It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, the guard pair, it's George and Sexton. In it forward, it's going to be Markkanen and Collins. And it's Kessler in at the center position. And for Brooklyn, Nicholas Claxton out there with Ben Simmons. Then there's Buddy Hield. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Fultz in at the point guard. And here we are, Greg, about a third of the way through the season. Is it too early to talk about MVP?
Some people debate that even before the season begins. I think we do have a front runner, but out of respect for the field, I'll keep that to myself.
Now, here's George after Ben Simmons' miss. Good.
Yeah, running the pick and roll like a veteran. Outstanding patience and recognition by George there.
Fultz looking around, kicks it to Hield. It's good from long range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And so George will bring it up for the Jazz. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
Yeah, when you have a defensive showing this poor, it's normally due to an overall lack of effort.
So it's Brooklyn now, following the bucket by the Jazz. Simmons with it. He's picked up by Collins. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. And for the Jazz, the last few seasons, coach, have been a period of rebuilding.
Yeah, it has, Kevin. You know they acquired a lot of draft capital when they traded Gobert and Mitchell. And they've since drafted a lot of young talent and still have plenty of picks to work with.
Last outing for the Nets. They won that game against the Raptors in Toronto. Fultz dishes to Simmons. Back to Fultz from deep. Offensive rebound, and Simmons is right there.
And the length of Simmons using this as well as that athleticism to pull in the offensive rebound.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What you got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin, had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez. Now, I asked Coach about the defensive game plan tonight, and he said preventing easy buckets around the rim, and that starts with John Collins. He's a great interior scorer, especially when he gets ahead of steam, so we have to limit those opportunities. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, David. Now, here's Thybulle. Back to Simmons. Drops in the layup for two. Simmons got five now.
And here's a guy who loves playing inside. Simmons can play some bully ball down low.
Lobbed up there for Collins. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins.
A chance to check out stats for George. He's one of the standouts over the last month. He's getting around 16 points a game, 8 assists, and 2 rebounds. And with his skill set on the offensive end, he is such a threat on the floor.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that makes life easier for his teammates. He demands so much defensive attention.
Shepherd the pass to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And this is why you must get Simmons out of the paint. So fantastic when it comes to finishing above the rim.
Hield against Sexton. And the rejection by Claxton. Here's Simmons. Rebounded by the Jazz. This game against Brooklyn here, it's their first look at the Nets.
And one of the few bright spots of their last season was sweeping the season series in this matchup.
Here's Kessler. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Well, when you have the size Kessler has, you just want them to keep giving you the ball inside like that.
Shepherd the pass to Claxton. From the arc. Shepherd, that's good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic. It is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for him. There's a minute 34 left in the first. Clarkson outside. To the paint. Here's Hendricks. Count that one.
Clarkson scans the floor and is able to see the widest opening they have.
And so Whitehead will bring it up for the Nets. Leading by 5. Outside Williams. That one's in. His first shot this game.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
For Utah, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Clarkson outside. Pass to Hendricks. And a miss there on the triple. And here are the Nets. They're on a 15-6 run. It's deflected. And he dunks it down.
Nice pass. What a heady play by Clarkson.
Here is Williams. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. To the wing right side. Clowney off the mark there with the three-point shot. Jazz trail by 5. There's the drive. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Oh, that's blocked. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. Utah shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
Jazz substitution. Kenyon Martin Jr.
8 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Clarkson. Williams with the block. And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Brooklyn ahead, leading by just 2. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Just cashing in on second-chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, you can bet their coach is encouraging them to keep up the extra effort. It's more than paying off.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. They've got Clarkson. Collins is out there with Martin. Then it's Collier. And it's Filipowski in at the 5. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thank you. The Utah Jazz last season became one of the first teams in the league to move their games to broadcast television. It's a gamble, but they just about tripled their reach. And with the rapid growth in the region, they have a chance to attract new fans. And Kevin, no doubt, other NBA teams are keen to see how this goes.
Oh, David, no question at all. We thank you for your report. Here's Clarkson. Markelle Fultz making his last shot. Clarkson passes to Filipowski. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Nick Claxton. So, Stan, you started in the NBA back in the mid-90s. How is coaching different from, say, now to back then?
Wow, Kevin, it's just so different and in so many ways. The players have gotten better. Bigger, faster, more skilled. There's more coaches on a staff. Strength coaches have increased in volume and in influence, so there's less practice. Everything now has to be done differently.
Everything is bigger, isn't it?
It really is.
That one goes in. Simmons got 11 points.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
And finished off by Martin.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
And tonight belongs to Simmons. When he's looking for his shot, Big Ben is a problem.
And George kicks to Sexton. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That is his first foul of the game.
15 seconds. Substitutions on the court.
And so it's Utah here with the ball. They trail by 6. George, that's a two-pointer. The rebound by Hield. Last game for Brooklyn, they picked up the W against Toronto. You know, talking to Keontae George, he credits film watching for much of his success. I like that kind of element he brought up.
Yeah, they say he also spends a lot of time talking to veterans on the team, seeks advice from them and coaches. He's a real student of the game, and that has helped speed up the process for him.
Boy, a guy like that, coach, has got to be fun to coach.
Yeah, those are the guys you're looking for.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Nets.
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, get the ball inside, and you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Aaron Sharp, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Williams comes in for Hield, and Shepard subbed in for Fultz. Here's Hendricks. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Hendricks has got 6 points.
A team player through and through. Get open, and Sexton will send the ball your way.
Last 2 minutes to play. Second quarter.
Here's Shepard, defended by George. Now Shepard, just 5 on the clock. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Williams for 3, misses the one-handed jam. Jazz trail by 4. Here's Sexton, rebound by Williams. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. The Nets working the ball around now, and good that time. 17 points in the game.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
And the Jazz call time here.
Well, it's a player's league, but certainly coaching has its place.
And this is when a coach earns his paycheck. Analyze the situation and give your players the information they need to succeed.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Ronnie's checked in, and it's Buddy Hield in for Matisse Thybulle. Utah also making some changes. Sensabaugh is checked in, and it's Collier in for George. It's stolen by Shepard. Hield outside. Launches it. Good on the triple.
A volume three-point sniper. Hield realizes his role is to help space the floor with his shooting.
Here's Collier. Still yet to score. The Jazz again can't hit it.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Three-pointer, Hield.
Nets foul.
The Jazz making a switch here. Clarkson's checked in. Jazz trail by 9.
Jordan Clarkson.
There's 38 seconds left in the second quarter. And it's blocked.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Pass to Kessler. Outside for Sexton. Over Williams. Williams with the block. Hield from outside. Offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Clowney's got the lead up to 11 now for Brooklyn.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Clarkson. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
That'll do it for the first half. Nets lead by 11.
21.
And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. I guess Shaq's not here today. If your name is Kenny the Jet Smith, raise your hand, please. There. And I'm Kevin Harlan. Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 17 points and 3 rebounds. He's been in the midst of some incredible games lately, and tonight he's got it going again. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the Nets?
Well, they've shown a lot of discipline at the offensive end. It's not about getting the quick shots, it's about getting the good shot. If you want to know how that approach is working, just check out their field goal percentage.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Jazz.
Shaq, was anyone boxing out? I mean, if they didn't box you out like that 50 just on offensive rebound, I mean, they got to put bodies on bodies, or fundamentals.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Simmons is out there with Matisse Thybulle. And there's Fultz. Then there's Buddy Hield. And it's Claxton in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. 11-point game. And finished off by Collins.
Using his size inside. Collins refusing to settle for the layup and elects the dunk instead.
Now here's Simmons. 17 points in the game. The shot, no good.
Yeah, he might want to avoid looking over at the bench for a little bit here. A missed dunk like that is infuriating to a coach.
Man, that's 2 tough points from Collins. Willing to mix it up down low.
Great Colin Sexton, still so young. He entered the league when he was just 19.
Yeah, drafted back in 2018. Sexton has a few years left in his 20s, so you expect him to continue to expand his game and improve on both ends.
Hield can't hit.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
To the middle. Collins in the post. Guarded by Simmons. And Collins gets double-teamed. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Violation. Jump ball.
And Brooklyn has possession. Nets leading by 7. Here's Fultz. And finished off by Fultz.
And how about the attitude of Fultz? When he's taking it inside, he's aiming to hurt somebody's feelings.
Deflects the pass. That's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Whitehead's checked in for the Nets. Filipowski, he's checked in for the Jazz. Now here's Markkanen. Still without a basket. Inside. Collins against Simmons. Shot by Collins, no good. For Brooklyn, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Fultz. It's hauled in by George.
This is not how they wanted to start the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
The Nets with the lead. Claxton the pass to Simmons. Back to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Fultz against George. Passes it to Markkanen. Now Sexton. The 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Sexton's got 5.
Timeout.
And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks? Yeah, payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about
but
now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof. But look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security, Kevin.
Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Sensabaugh is checked in. Kenyon Martin Jr. comes in for Markkanen. Clarkson, he's checked in for Colin Sexton. And it's Collier in for George. Send the pass to Williams. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Jazz trail by 8.
Last 2 minutes to play.
Here's Martin. Got a hand on it. Here's Shepard. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. He's got 5.
From what I've seen, Shepard would rather shoot from distance, but he trusted himself inside that time.
Rebound, Utah. Outside, Martin. Pass to Filipowski. Clowney pulls it in.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, Kevin, we are seeing a new generation taking over the NBA. Commissioner Adam Silver says stars can be created much quicker these days. Sports is a meritocracy, and talent gets rewarded. With a social media community in the billions for basketball and a global market for talent, new and different stars end up emerging. Kevin?
Which is always good for the game. Great to see. And David, a great report again from you. Thank you. 1:10 left to play in the third. Here's Collier. Still scoreless. Pass to Clarkson. Outside, Martin. Pocket 6. Nailed from three-point land.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Pass to Clowney. To the inside. 44 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Sensabaugh. It's deflected. Shepard with the ball. He's got 5. Williams for 3. Knocks down the 3-ball. Williams has got the lead up to 12 now for the Nets.
And I like how Shepard keeps things simple. When he notices someone on his team is open, he is more than happy to move the ball.
Here's Filipowski. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Here's Martin. Brooklyn with the rebound. Here's Williams, and it's good off the back rim and in. Williams has got 5 points in the quarter. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Their defense has been active and effective. We come back right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. The pairing up front, it'll be Collins and Kessler. The guard pair, it's George and Sexton. And it's Markkanen in at the 3 slot. Shot clock at 6. Sexton kicks to Markkanen. And he makes that one.
Well, Markkanen keeps the defense off balance with the quick trigger.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Fultz dishes to Simmons. Pulls it from the elbow. Rebound, Utah. Collins has got his 4th rebound in this one. And now Utah, fast break, and it goes down 2 points.
You know, another reason Sexton gives opponents nightmares. Almost impossible to stick with him in the open court.
Down low. And Simmons slams it in.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. And here's George. Outside Collins. And Collins gets double teamed. Outside, George. And there's another one for the Jazz.
Timeout, timeout.
Nice looking mid-range shot by George. Such an aggressive scorer.
Timeout called, the Nets.
And your next Nets team.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, during the break, listened in with what Jordi Fernandez was telling the team. Now he wants this team to stop playing it safe. He said, we've got this lead by doing what we do, and we can keep it if we don't get too cautious. Play our game. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Well, sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create high percentage buckets.
And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. Jazz trail by 12. Sexton with the bounce pass. Knocked away and stolen by Simmons. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Second personal foul.
That one on Collins.
Oh, just outsmarting the coverage. Pretty savvy pump fake by Simmons.
And Stan, we seem to be in the midst of a big man renaissance in the NBA. And I personally, I love it. So that being said, which of these big stars do you like the most?
Well, that's a tough question because there's so much talent and they're all different. You've got Embiid, who is unstoppable offensively. You've got Wembanyama with his combination of size and length, skill and agility. You've got guys who can shoot the ball. But the guy that combines the most of those things that I would take, Nikola Jokic.
Count it, good.
And this is how Simmons puts up points. He challenges you close at the rim more often than not, having the physical advantage.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Nets.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And also, you've got to mention the block shots. Playing hard on defense, not allowing shooters to get comfortable.
Nets leading by 16. He takes it in.
And you love when Simmons plays with aggression inside because it really forces the team to adjust.
And he knocks down the first one. First check in for the Nets. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Jazz trail by 18. Now here's Markkanen. Outside, George. Back to Markkanen. From the corner. It's hauled in by Claxton. The Nets have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth, though. Pretty nice efficiency there. Here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
Utah calls timeout. They're trailing by 20. 1:35 left in the fourth quarter. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Ben Simmons.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
He doesn't take over games like this very much, but it's always possible. And when he does, here at home, these fans love it. Now, here is George. The Jazz again can't hit it.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Here's Simmons. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Simmons got 14 points here in the second half.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Nets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Ben Simmons.
Yeah, and I loved his attitude tonight. He really had that scorer's mentality. Absolutely no one was stopping him.
Here's Simmons, following the bucket by the Jazz. The rebound by Collier. So it's Utah now. They trail by 18. Lets it go from 11. The shot by George, no good. And here's Brooklyn. 22 is their biggest lead. Here's Simmons. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. 33 points for Ben Simmons.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.